Successfully launching the multi-million euro digital corridor trade monitoring system in joint venture with SADC and the German embassy, EU Ambassador to Botswana Jen Sadek is leaving the country. Addressing journalists at his farewell party last Thursday, he said the country should, among others, place a moratorium on death penalty, intensify economic diversification, thoroughly market its diamonds, and invest more on renewable energy to fully utilize its sunshine. Sadek said the country should also intensify its project implementation mechanisms.
I would also want to see faster implementation of things here. It's called implementation. Botswana has a plethora of very important and good plans and strategies, but it's the implementation that sometimes is lacking. That would be, let's take renewables as a good example. And then I think finally that like I was telling you about the European Union, who thinks we actually have things to tell the world. In the same way, I think that Botswana has things to tell the world, and that you could become a little bit more assertive in your foreign policy. I'm talking both in the sub-region, definitely, on the continent and globally. So to pronounce yourself with a little bit more of self-confidence, you have a very nice situation to present in Botswana, which is quite different from many other places in Africa.
However, the outgoing ambassador dismissed calls for the lifting of sanctions against Zimbabwe, saying they do not exist and that the country has serious governance problems.
The sanctions issue is something that we have been dealing with all my time here. We have had it up in discussions with SADC, where they have a sort of an anti-sanction campaign. From the EU side, we have resisted even the word sanction. We have what we call restrictive measures against Zimbabwe, and they have, by the way, been now reduced basically to nothing at all. We have a weapons embargo against Zimbabwe, and we used to have a sort of embargo, economic embargo against certain individuals, but that has basically been removed altogether. I know that other countries have their measures, like the United States and the United Kingdom. I don't want to go into that, but as concerns the European Union, we do not have sanctions, we have restrictive measures, and we do not see how those restrictive measures in any way lies between Zimbabwe and a positive economic development. Mm-hmm. So we think that we are instead supporting Zimbabwe in many ways, economically and humanitarian aspects and so on. And we want only good for the country, and we think that the government could take many steps to improve the situation, especially on human rights and political freedoms. So I think the problems for Zimbabwe is not the European Union, it's entirely on the domestic side.